here on GoPSUSports.com. I'm joined now by defensive lineman Curtis Cothran.
Yeah.
Curtis, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Training camp over, now in game week preparations. You know, what's the level of excitement right now in practice?
Oh, it's exciting. I mean, obviously you go through the grind with your brothers and just going through football and everything and trying to hone your craft, and now it's time to finally put on a show, so I'm very excited.
Speaking of your brothers, are Parker Cothran, are you guys related?
I'd like to think they were related, maybe distant cousins or something like that. So, yeah.
I'm obviously just kidding, but the two of you obviously leaders on this defensive line. You know, what have you kind of seen from some of the younger guys coming up, or even some of the veterans in terms of strengthening this defensive line with some NFL departures?
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely nice. I mean we have a very deep depth. We have a lot of depth. You know, I mean a lot of the younger guys. I mean we had like a lot of redshirt freshmen, like Kevin Givens and Rob Windsor and those type of guys, and Sharif Miller. You know, they all got to play last year, a good amount of snaps. So I feel like we're a very veteran group, and that we're going to be able to take this thing to the next level.
Speaking of that depth, I feel like we're all pretty familiar with Sean Spencer's signature rotation on the defensive line, very precise. But how much does that help to create depth, and how much does that benefit kind of in the offseason, knowing that everybody's got these opportunities?
It definitely helps. I mean, obviously as the game wears on, I mean, you start to wear down offenses and offensive linemen. You know, I mean, if you're playing the same guys all the time, I mean, those guys are going to end up getting tired at some point. So it's nice to have a rotation, and then to know that the guy behind you is going to be able to do the job to the same expectation that you're held at.
How about some of the younger guys on the team? You know, some new faces along the defensive line, but I'm curious, what have you seen from them as a leader?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen great strides. You know, I mean, we have Corey, Fred, and Etor coming in. You know, those guys have been working the tails off during camp to try to put them in the best position to be able to make an impact this year, and if not this year, then next year. So.
And what's it been like going against this Penn State offense every day in training camp?
I mean, it's been ridiculous. I see why they were so highly ranked last year. You know, I mean, obviously with the up tempo and the things like that, and there's a lot of playmakers, and the offensive line is solidified. So it's definitely a great challenge, but it definitely makes our defense all the more better.
You know, tell me a little bit about kind of game week preparations. I feel like a lot of people don't know it. You don't have to get into super specifics, but what's the day-to-day like? And when do you kind of get into the nitty-gritty of looking towards an opponent like Akron?
I mean, it's definitely a daily grind. You know, I mean, sometimes some certain days we'll lift in the morning, then we'll come back in the afternoon and watch film and practice and things like that. But it's definitely tedious. I mean, a lot of hours go into a game on Saturday, so it's definitely exciting to get back into that grind. But yeah, it's definitely a challenge for sure.
You know, you're somebody who's a veteran, but when you think about coming out and opening the season opener, for somebody who might be a little bit younger or maybe not used to it, how do you kind of control those nerves, and what advice do you have?
I mean, sometimes I still have trouble controlling my nerves, I mean, it's exciting. I mean, you come out in front of 107 screaming fans, 107,000 screaming fans. I mean, it's definitely a big deal. But I mean, a lot of times I would just say, just take a deep breath. I mean, once the game starts flowing, I mean, you're just playing football. You're doing what you love to do and what you came here for, so.
Well, we certainly look forward to seeing you back here in Beaver Stadium on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.